Hey, everybody. I am back. Bet you thought I forgot. Bet you thought I wasn't coming back, but I did. So, obviously, during the Thanksgiving holiday, I was out of town with some family, went up to Napa. That was great. Had a great time. And, I indulged. We had a lot of wine while we're up there, obviously, and, up in wine country. And we had some phenomenal food. So, went to some great restaurants. We went to Iron Chef Morimoto's sushi, a Japanese restaurant, was fantastic. A couple of Italian restaurant, and I didn't think about so much about what I was going to eat. I just wanted to enjoy myself with my family and have a wonderful time. So where I am on my kind of journey, kind of allowed a little bit of flexibility to do that. But obviously, I got a couple workouts in while I was there as well. I was very conscious. I didn't overeat. I didn't eat too much food, but I did have all the food that I wanted to try and just enjoy overall. So sometimes we got to do that, but we have to accept kind of the consequences of those actions and get right back on track, which is exactly what I did when I came home. Right back on eating healthier food, doing my meal preps and meal planning, everything like that. So I don't really have a specific topic this week that I wanted to talk about. Usually I'll jot down a bunch of notes. I'm going to kind of have them with me, but this week I wanted to do something a little bit different. I'm just kind of going to, just talk openly here about some things that have been on my mind, along with my trip, and then also some of the discussions I've been having with people, maybe about their weight loss journey or healthy journey, or just overall conversations that I've been having. And I know I kind of briefly went over why I started doing this with my own health that I was struggling with in the past, and my weight loss, things like that. But one of the things I wanted to be very, very clear about: what is it that I'm trying to do here? What am I doing here? What's my goal? What do I want to accomplish? And very simply, now look, I'm willing to work with anybody who wants to work with me. If you're a competitive athlete, a friend of mine, anybody like that, you want to come to me and we can work something out and put together a nutrition plan, workout regimens, things like that. I'm more than happy to do those things. But really, my main goal and focus, that the people that I will be targeting are going to be people a lot like myself. People where maybe you're past the age of 30 and your metabolism's slowing down, and you want to get back on a healthy track, or you want to get started onto a good healthy path, and maybe your genetics aren't working with you. Maybe they're working against you, where you just naturally carry more body fat than maybe other people around you, whether you're friends, coworkers, whatever, what have you. And maybe those are your struggles. Maybe you've never ever been healthy, you've never been lean or fit, and you want to know what that's like. You want to know what it's to fit into a smaller size pants and shirts, and just to overall feel healthier. You can go up a flight of stairs, you can walk around for a whole day, go to I know we don't do it much now with COVID going on, but maybe you just want to just move around freely and easily and not be out of breath. And maybe just overall you want to get your body to the best possible condition that you can. That's the kind of people that I'm targeting. That's the people I want to help, because I know what that's like. I know what it's like not to just wake up every day and be thin and be lean, and no matter what I eat, and just got that high metabolism, and I can just eat anything I want, no matter what, and boom, it just all melts right off me. I mean, I've never been that person, and I'm never going to be that person, and that's okay. We got to kind of stop comparing ourselves to other people with different body types and different genetics and different backgrounds and upbringings. And I mean, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter at all. What we got to do is focus on ourselves, hold ourselves accountable to our actions, the choices that we make, right? We all make choices. Sometimes they're good choices, sometimes they're great choices, and sometimes they're bad choices. And that's okay. It's okay to hold yourself accountable. Don't beat yourself up to where you can't do anything, you feel stuck, or you just you feel down in the dumps. That's not positive. That's not helpful. But we should hold ourselves accountable. And along with that, I believe that, like I spoke about, last week, or not last week, the week, the one before, the last podcast, the mindset I'm not just talking about trying to, have this overcome type mindset where I can do anything and, I'll push through no matter what. It's not just about that necessarily. What it's more about is just making decisions, making very distinct and decisive decisions to say, this is what I'm doing. No matter what happens, this is what I'm doing today. This is what I'm doing this week. This is what I'm doing this month. And I'm going to stay consistent no matter what. It doesn't matter what happens. And just in case something comes up that I'm not expecting, this is my plan to make sure that I don't fall off and make unhealthy, bad choices. That's what that means. It's looking ahead, knowing what your pitfalls are, and quite honestly, maybe even knowing what your triggers are. We all have them. I have them. I know I have them. Triggered for eating bad food, for choosing things that are not only not good for me, but could be detrimental to my overall health and to the path that I'm on, to the progress that I've already made. I have a thing where I love baked goods, right? Cookies, donuts, cakes, you name it. Candy, not so much. But baked goods, that's my kryptonite. That's my weakness. So I know that, if somebody brings them into the office, or if they're around the house, I'm okay as long as I don't have any. I can have zero, no problem. I have that kind of willpower, and that's good. I've worked on it for many, many years, but I have it now, and I can say no, no matter what. I don't give in to peer pressure. I don't give in to any of that stuff. Doesn't matter. You can make fun of me. You can try to shame me, whatever it is, it won't work. Okay. But what I do know is if I have one donut, one cookie, one brownie, one slice of cake, I'm eating all of it, baby. I'm going all in. I'm going whole hog. Because part of it is, I'm sure there's some kind of metabolic reason why, my brain's reacting to the sugar and everything. Give me more, give me more. But also, I start to justify to myself. I say, you know what? I had one. What's two? I mean, I already had one. I might as well have two. It tastes great. This one I had was chocolate, and this one's going to be lemon flavored. I want the lemon flavor one now. And I start justifying. And after two, it's like, well, the day's shot. I might as well just eat whatever. I might as well go get pizza. I might as well get a big, crazy cheeseburger with, bacon and whatever on it. You start to justify more bad choices. And, that can lead down a bad spiral. Usually if I do that, I mean, and I've done it. And I've done it fairly recently. I mean, in the past, I'll say 4 or 5 months. Okay. Someone brings in donuts to the office and I have one. And then I have two. Next thing you know, I'm 4 deep, 4 donuts deep, right? That happens to all of us. But after I hit that 4th one and the taste starts not being so good anymore, then my body really starts reacting to all the sugar and all the, the processed, whatever that's in those donuts. And it stops being delicious. And then I really start evaluating, what am I doing to my body? And then I'm able to stop. I'm able to say, you know what? Now I need good food. I need greens. I need healthy sugars like fruits. I need good carbohydrates like, maybe some white jasmine rice or maybe some sweet potato. I need those things in my body. My body's telling me. I feel it. I feel it in my body. I feel it in my brain. I feel it everywhere around me. I need good, whole, solid food. And this is after many, many years of getting my body, to want those types of food. And it's not easy to do. It takes a while to get there. But once you get there, it's a very good thing. And that's what I'm trying to help people do, is get to a place to where, yeah, sure, sometimes we slip up. Sure, sometimes we want and crave, those foods that we've always loved and enjoyed as a kid, or, even as adults. And we just decide, hey, I want to eat this today. This is what I want to have. And you can do that knowing that after you take your last bite, your brain, your body instantly goes right back to, now I'm ready for healthy food again. Okay. I got my indulgence. I got my little fix of what I needed. Now it's time to get back on track because I have goals to hit. I have gains to make. I have muscle to gain. I have fat to lose, and I am dedicated to doing it. And for the long haul, this is not a temporary, hey, I want to fit into a dress or I want to fit into a suit or a tuxedo, for this event type situation. I want to help people reach and maintain their overall healthy goals for life. And it doesn't mean we have to give up everything. It may mean we have to give up everything really, really bad for us for a while, for a long period of time. And that could be 6 months, and then maybe 6 years. But it depends on where you are. And be honest with where you are. Because I wasn't honest before. The reason why my weight loss goal has taken so long is I wasn't honest with myself. I thought I was in better shape, and I was a little bit. As I would lose 10, 15 pounds, I'm like, wow, look at me. I'm looking great. I look at those pictures from back then, and man, my face was real big and round. I have a round face anyway, but my face was really round, like right here through my neck and things. And even just around my arms, I had extra fat around, my arms, my back, everything. I would see it, and I see it now in pictures back when I thought I was healthy, and I wasn't healthy yet. I was, because I was losing weight, because I was, getting closer to my goals. I thought, oh, you know what? I can back off and I can have a whatever. Maybe it was a vanilla, caramel coffee drink from Starbucks or wherever it was. Maybe it was a pizza, from wherever. Doesn't matter where. Maybe it was just, maybe it was a few meals, or maybe it was the worst. I think kind of the worst thing that I've done, and some. I don't say, when I say worst, these are the things that affect me the most, is what I mean. I don't mean worse like it makes me a bad person, and I don't mean worse it makes any one of you who are listening a bad person. But the things that affect us the most in a negative way, I believe, are the little indulgence that we do, and we trick ourselves because they're small and they're just one at a time here and there, but they're consistent throughout the week even, right? I'll do this sometimes, or I did this. I don't do this really anymore because I catch myself. But I would say, hey, what's a chocolate bar, a Kit Kat bar today? I worked out really hard today. All my meals were great. I can have a Kit Kat bar. And then the next morning, I was like, hey, you know what? I can maybe have a Pop-Tart, or I can have a, whatever it was, maybe a breakfast sandwich from McDonald's. And I can have that because I know the rest of the day I'm going to be really healthy. And then later on for dessert, later that night, I was like, you know what? I can have a whatever because I was really healthy throughout the day. And it's almost like I forgot all the other little indulgence type items I was giving myself, because they're small and they're just one thing, and it's not very big. A little Kit Kat bar, a little breakfast sandwich, nothing big. I didn't feel overstuffed myself, but it was giving my body these little, pieces of food that were not healthy, and in fact were having a negative effect on my positive gains that I should have been making with positive food choices. And once I realized I was doing that, I eliminated that completely. I said, you know what? All my meals, all my snacks, all my drinks, and really for me, it's kind of easy with drinks. I drink water and coffee. If I'm going to go out with friends and have some, some cocktails, I'll just drink whiskey. I don't drink beer. It affects me, too bad. I stay away from sugars. I stay away from, putting Coke in my whiskey or anything like that. So that's kind of, and that's maybe a couple times a month, maybe once every 2 or 3 months, right? That's the wine trip I went on. But anyway, I stopped doing that. Everything I was putting in my body was with purpose and having a positive effect. And it didn't always coincide with what I thought sounded like the best meal that I wanted to eat, that, what my stomach was craving or my taste buds were craving. That was a whole different thing. I just told myself, this is what my body needs. This is the fuel my body needs for this meal for today. That's it. And you just decide, you make that decision, and that's it. It doesn't matter. Anything else doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if someone else invites you out for lunch. Doesn't matter if someone invites you to happy hour. None of that stuff matters. You make this choice. This is what I'm doing today. This is what I'm doing for this meal. And that continues on and on throughout the week. And you keep that consistent no matter what. So, kind of bring this whole thing together. This is not going to be a long podcast. But what I do want to make very, very clear, okay, is that the people that I want to help are people who struggle on a daily basis, where it feels like no matter what you do, no matter where you turn, you just can't stay on that healthy path. And whether you're trying to get back from maybe where you were when you were younger, maybe a teenager, early 20s, or maybe just trying to get on it at all, I was very lucky in the fact that because I played sports my whole life growing up, um, I was able to stay relatively, fit. But I never looked, really, really super lean and cut with abs, chiseled abs, things like that. That's just not my body type. And that's okay. I don't need, my body type is what it is. And I want to look the best for me and be the healthiest for me. And that includes everything. That includes, going to get my blood work done, seeing where all my, my levels are for all my vitamins, my nutrients, how my organs are functioning, making sure that, my body's, doing everything it's supposed to be doing internally, not just externally. So um, those are the people that I want to help. The people like me who struggle day in and day out, that we can't just eat everything we want and still stay lean. Which, by the way, just side note real quick, just because they can eat whatever they want and still stay thin, it doesn't mean they're healthy, okay? And not to say they're bad people, but they just may not be healthy. And our goal is to be healthy, strong, capable human beings to enjoy life to the fullest, to do all the things that we want to do. That's the goal. And that's what I want to help. So if you're hearing this and you think that you might be someone who, you want to sit down and talk with me, and maybe it's just a consultation and we get you on the right path and you go about your way, and I'm cool with that. If you want more help, more in-depth help, we will work out a program together, and I'm on board 100%. You want to do Zoom calls to do our one-on-one check-ins, we can absolutely do that. If you live here in Las Vegas, in the Vegas area, and you want to come and see me and we'll meet somewhere and to do our one-on-ones, I'm absolutely more than happy to do that. So whatever it is that's going to fit you and your lifestyle and how it's going to make it, how it's going to work for you, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to be a coach. I'm here to be someone to cheer you on, to give you the nutritional information that you need to get you where you need to go. That's what I'm here for. And if you struggle like me with, hey, my genetics are just, I'm going to be thicker in the midsection. I'm kind of shaped a little bit more round, but that's okay. It doesn't mean you still can't work hard to be fit. Doesn't mean you still can't put in some good workouts. Doesn't mean you still can't modify your diet to make sure you're getting all the nutrients you need and still lean out as much as possible and be strong and be healthy and be capable and do the things you want to do. That's what I'm here for. So if there's ever any question, I want everyone to know. And if you know somebody, if you're listening to this and you have a friend, a family member, or anybody that you think I might be able to help, whether it's just a one-time, conversation, or maybe it's a long-term relationship that we have, if there's somebody that you think I can help, please let me know. Shoot me a message. You can send me a DM in my Instagram account, which I'll be posting that this new video is up. And or you can post to into the comments here on YouTube as well, and shoot me a thumbs up, shoot me a like, send me a comment, anything like that. I'm more than happy to respond to anything that anybody has to say, and I'm looking forward to helping people. That's the goal. I want to help people, and I know what the struggle is like. I've been on that up and down roller coaster myself, and it's not fun. And I had a lot of family members that were very worried about my health in the past. And they told me so just very recently, that they were worried about, me becoming diabetic and maybe having heart problems, things of that nature. So that I want to help you. I'm here for you. And I know what that journey is like, and we can do it together. So that being said, that's all I want to talk about here this week. It's going to be good stuff here. Next week, I'm going to come down. Next week, I'm coming hard. I'm coming real hard. I want to make sure everybody knows that this is serious business. And this is not something to be taken lightly. This is not something to toy around with. This is your health overall. And not just your health for you, but for the people around you, for your family, for your spouse if you have them, or your boyfriend, girlfriend, for your kids if you have kids. Everybody around you, they want you to be around. They want you to live a long, healthy life. They want you to go to their games and go to their events and do all the fun stuff. And that's what I'm here for. So it's not just your life, it's the people around you. Remember that. And I know you want to live life to the fullest as well. So send me a message. I want to help you, and let's talk. And thank you so much for listening. Next week, I will be back. I will have some more scripted type information that I will want to go over. And in the meantime, I'm probably going to, I think this weekend, I'm going to put out a small little video. I'm going to highlight a certain food that I think is important to have in your diet. And I'm going to go over all the different things why I think it's important, the nutrients and value that it brings, and just try to give you some little pointers here and there. So keep an eye out for that. That'll be on my Instagram account. So at FocusFit Wellness on Instagram. So thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys here soon. Watch for the post later this weekend for that one as well. So thanks again. Have a great night. Stay healthy. Talk to you soon.